Hello everyone! Today we're going to be crocheting a watermelon keychain. Let's get started. So what you're going to need is green, black, white, and red yarn. You're also going to be needing a 5mm or an H8 hook, a sewing needle, and some scissors. Let's get started.
I also forgot to mention that you will need a metal loop to turn this keychain into a keychain.
So we're going to start with our red yarn, and we're going to make a magic ring and single crochet 6 into it. Once you're done with that, we're going to do a round of increases. If you don't know what an increase is, it's just 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and then another one into the exact same stitch. Just like that. And we're going to do 6 of these total to turn the total stitches to 12. Okay, so now that we're done, we're going to do a round of single crochet increase, and we're going to do that 6 times to bring the total of stitches up to 18. So basically we're going to do a single crochet into the first stitch, and then we're going to do an increase into the next stitch. I'm just going to do that 5 more times. So now for round 4 of the watermelon, we are going to be doing 2 single crochet and then an increase all the way around 6 times for a total of 24 stitches. So we're just going to do a single crochet in the first stitch, then in the next stitch, and then an increase into the third stitch, and then just repeat that 5 times. Okay, so now that we're done, we should have 4 rounds, and we're going to move on to our 5th and last round. And what we're going to do is we're going to be doing 3 single crochet and then an increase. So a single crochet into the first stitch, then into this next stitch, and then into the next stitch. And then we're going to do an increase, which is 2 stitches in 1. And you're just going to repeat that 5 more times for a total of 30 stitches. So now we are going to change the color to white. So we're going to undo our first stitch, and then as you can see, we're going to insert our hook back into the stitch and pull up a loop. And then we're going to grab our white yarn and pull it through both those loops to complete the stitch. Now that we finished that, we can tie the yarn in the back so that way it's secure. And then you can cut the red off and just take the red away. So now that we attached our white yarn, we're going to single crochet 4, increase. So single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to do an increase right here. And then we just have to repeat that 5 more times. that we finished that, we are actually going to change the color to green. So, like I said before, we're going to undo the first stitch, and then we're going to go back into the red stitch right here, and we're going to pull up a white loop, and that's it. Then we're going to grab our green yarn, and we're going to complete the stitch by pulling it through the both of the loops, just like that. And then we're going to tie it in the back and cut the white yarn off. Just like that. So now our green yarn is attached and we can move on. So now for our last round, we are going to be doing single crochet 5 increase. So we're going single crochet 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to do an increase right here. And then you're going to repeat that 5 more times all the way around. So now that we finished, we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 1, and we're going to fasten off and make sure we actually leave a pretty long tail because we're actually going to sew it together right here. So just like that, and that's it. So now we are going to fold this in half and we're going to sew it like I did with this one right here. So where we made the color changes, as you can see, it's not very even right here. We're going to fold there in half so that way it's on the bottom right here, so that way you can't see it. Like I did right here. Here are my color changes. And that's where we're going to sew it. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take our needle and put the yarn through. And you're just going to sew it any way you want. I like to sew it like this. And then go back around. And then you're just going to go all the way to that side. Okay, so now that I finished sewing it, we're just going to tie a knot right here, and then we're going to hide the tail end by just inserting it into the watermelon and then poking it out somewhere like here or something. And then just cut the yarn and just hide it. And there we go. So now, as you can see with my watermelon right here, I sewed 4 seeds on one side and then 4 seeds on the other. So that's what we're going to be doing with this one. So we're going to grab our black yarn and you're going to sew 4 seeds randomly all over the red one. So 4 on one side, 4 on the other side, so 8 in total. You can do more or less, but that's just the number I like to use. So just stick it in. And just do little stitches of maybe about 1 stitch long, just up and down, and that's it. And then you just go into the next spot and you just do it again. And then the next spot. And then finally pick one last spot, which I think will be here on mine. And then now we're just going to poke the needle out through the other side. So you got your first 4 seeds, and then you're just going to sew on 4 more. Then once you're done, you can just put it back to the beginning and just fasten off. So I'm just gonna poke it back to the same hole where I started, so that way they're in the same spot. Those are my seams. Then I'm going to take the needle off and tie a knot. Grab my scissors, cut the yarn. And then I'm going to use my hook and I'm gonna shove it in there to hide the tail end. There we go. So for the keychain part, I have two kinds. I have this circular one with a chain, and then I also have this metal link. The metal link is easier to put in, and that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today, but if you want to add this circular one, you guys can. So first off, we're going to take this, and I like to use my hook for this. So you're just going to stick your hook through the magic ring. So it's going to go in between the magic ring and the increase round. And we're just going to pull it through. Sometimes I accidentally break it, so you just got to be a little careful. So just like that. And then you just clip it shut on the top. And there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, and comment down below what video I should make next. Thanks for watching!